Hello everybody, my name is Ratnus and welcome to This Week in Mythic Plus. This week's affixes are Bolstering, Quaking, Fortified, and of course, Encrypted. It's not the best week on the calendar, but I at least think it's a little better than some of the previous ones we've had to deal with. Some of the last couple weeks have been really nasty, Inspiring, Fortified, Spiteful, Necrotic, that kind of stuff. Especially with the nerfs to Bolstering, I don't think this week is too horrific. So obviously some dungeons with Quaking can be really, really annoying. Some dungeons, even with Bolstering, different health mobs can be really annoying. Sanguine Depth's kind of a good example of a dungeon where these affixes can kind of suck. But for the most part, I actually think it's not too bad at all. So real quick with Bolstering. Since they changed it so that bosses can't get bolstered and boss ads or whatever can't get bolstered, it's actually a really good idea on a week like this where the bosses aren't empowered by any of the affixes. Obviously, Quaking's a little annoying and can sometimes represent some damage depending on the fight, but there are a lot of fights where you can save quite a bit of time by pulling some trash onto some bosses, and that, we have like 5 years of muscle memory built up to not do that on Bolstering, but it's like a really good idea if you can do it. Like if you're coming down to Sanguine Depths here and you do like these mobs and then you do like these on the boss or something, or maybe you reverse that, maybe you do these and then these two on the boss, like something like that. These sorts of things save you quite a bit of time over the course of a run, and it's a good habit to get into on a week with Bolstering now, because Bolstering on the boss is, absolutely no effect. So very strong thing to do. Other thing to potentially do with Bolstering now is if you end up bolstering something big, literally just run away from it, wait for the stacks to expire, and then deal with it afterwards if it's going to potentially kill your tank, or if it's still high health and you just be sinking a lot of damage that will effectively go away for free whenever the bolstering stacks expire. So those are some ways to play around that. The Quaking affix, I'm going to put some weak auras in the description that will put up a nice bar that shows you when the quakes might happen, because for those who don't know, Quaking is every 20 seconds the game flips a coin. It's not like 50-50, but it flips a coin of some percentage chance to decide whether or not to do a quake at that exact time. And those are the only times that quakes can happen. So if you're somewhat aware of that, you can actually do a pretty good job of planning around for things and not starting a long cast when there might be a quake that'll interrupt it, or waiting just a couple seconds before starting something to see if there's going to be a quake. There's also a weak aura I'll put in the description that will air horn you stop casting if you are casting and the quake is going to interrupt your cast, and otherwise it won't air horn you. And that can be really good, because sometimes if you see oh hey, there's a quaking circle that just spawned under me and I've just started a 1.5 second cast or something like that, if you don't have access to that kind of weak aura, you're not necessarily going to know if you're going to be interrupted. And if you just always play it safe and always cancel your cast, you're losing damage. But if you never do that and you ever get interrupted, you're also losing a lot of damage. So it's really nice to have a weak aura that will tell you either keep going or stop, right? A red light, green light type indicator. So very powerful tools to get your hands onto, especially that stop casting one if you're a caster. But everybody can benefit from the one that's just the bar and shows you when they might be. So yeah, I'll put those. Let me see if I have them. I think I just have the... Okay, I don't even have them on this computer right now. This is the second week in a row where I've talked about a weak aura and I don't actually have it installed myself, but I will whenever I'm doing keys this week, and I will also have it in the description below. So go pick those up. It'll make your life a lot easier this week. Thanks for watching. Good luck out there. See you in the next one. Bye.